Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back with another reaction video. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The support truly means a lot. To all my new viewers, welcome to the family. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. Today, I'll be reacting to London versus New York City comparison. Here we go. Now, being born and raised in New York City, I can say that it is a wonderful, humongous city with nothing but opportunities in action and excitement, but brings a lot of trouble, should I say. Yes, the city does bring a lot of trouble, and it is expensive, overpopulated. It's so crowded. A lot of people will probably say it's dirty, which I feel like really isn't an issue because, I mean, what's the population in New York City compared to London? They're probably off by like, what, maybe 2 million? The population is definitely around the same. It's hard to keep up with, clean. It's hard to clean the city perfectly when you have such a big population. Now, I'm really excited to see how London could be compared to New York City because London is its own city. London has its own rep and it's made its own reputation for itself. A good reputation, so I say, even though they are very expensive. Look, I'm not getting off that. Very expensive. I want to visit, but oh my goodness. My pockets might not forgive me after. London, on the other hand, I believe same thing with the population, which means it's probably the same thing with the cleaning, or should I say the cleanness of the city. It's hard to keep, to keep full control over all this trash and stuff when you got a lot of people roaming around. The food, I know the food is amazing. In New York City, you get a lot of different types of foods as well. A lot. The most popular foods in New York City are probably Caribbean food, Italian food, Hispanic food. I feel like I'm missing one. And Chinese food. Those are the 4 big ones right there. I'm looking forward to trying some of the restaurants out there. Honestly, I mean, my goodness, the food out here is so repetitive, and I'm looking for something new. I've did a few research on London, as far as like the tourist sites of where to go for museums, where to go to eat. I want to go take the tour bus because y'all got the tour bus in London, but every time I see it in New York City, I'll be laughing at the tourists like, look at y'all tourists on that tour bus. Ain't nobody, what you doing sitting on the top of the tour bus? You ain't getting a view of nothing. You sitting in traffic. Here, take a picture of this. Oh, you sitting in traffic in New York City. You ain't taking a tour of nowhere. That whole tour, that's how they finesse you because it's about a 2-hour tour, but it's about an hour and a half of traffic just moving around the city. I'm over here losing my voice. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. That is my sign to jump right into this video. Here we go. Before we jump right into this video will be going over the size comparison for London and New York City, the population comparison for London and New York City, the people, I'm guessing like the attitudes, how people are. Very ignorant in New York, but I wouldn't say it's really ignorant. It's just more of aggressive. But some people call it ignorant. The cleanness of both cities, okay. Like I said, the population, man, it's going to be hard to keep up with that. The foods, transportation, shopping, restaurants, and leisure. Here we go, man. Let's jump right into this video. I am excited.
London versus New York City. City comparison.
Here we go.
Hello. Won't it be great to do a city comparison here? Okay, let's start with London versus New York City comparison. In the course of this comparison, we shall see similarities and differences between living in London and living in New York City.
Okay.
Let me quickly tell you that this is not just a living comparison, but a city comparison. Therefore, while we would love to be as detailed as we can be, please don't feel let down when certain details about living conditions are missing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we're really focusing too much on living conditions. Looking at the timestamps, we got the size comparison of both cities. We got the population comparison. We got the people. I'm guessing like their attitudes, how they are. The cleanness of both cities, the foods, transportation, shopping, restaurants, and leisure. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and check it out, man. I'm ready.
Nevertheless, here's a highlight of what we think you should know about these 2 iconic and fanciful cities that boast wonderful foods,
Both
classical
cities look
theatre,
completely different,
exotic
though.
lifestyle, and state-of-the-art technologies. Please enjoy the city comparison. London versus New York City.
Like New York is just a light
Size.
show.
London is the
looked like
largest city of England
a
and the
modern
United
show.
Kingdom. Sometimes referred to as the City of London and the Square Mile, the city has an area of 2 square miles. But this is smaller than the area known as the Greater London, which is about 607 square miles, which incorporates 32 boroughs. New York City, or NYC, often simply called New York, is the most populous city in the United States. The city, located in the southern part of New York State, the 24th largest city in the US, sits on a total area of 300.46 square miles. New York City is made up of 5 boroughs, namely the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Population. What about the population of the two cities? The population of London is estimated to be 8.9 million, while that of New York City is 8.8 million. This means more people are living in London than those living in New York City. Did you notice that we mentioned that the figures are
Not
just
far
an
off, though.
estimate? The population of New York City is derived from US Census data analysis. While the London area is almost double that of NYC, the population figures for both cities are pretty close. London is only a couple of hundreds of thousand more populous than New York.
It just said London was double the size. Wait, he just said London was double the size of New York City. Yet there's only like 1 million less people living in New York City compared to London. This is ridiculous. Y'all gotta move out of New York, man. Y'all gotta get out of there. Y'all gotta get out of there, man. What are we holding on to? We gotta get out of the city. This is why we can't move around. This is exactly why we can't move around in the city. And it's to the point where I'm surprised our government hasn't cleared that city out. Tell people, look, you gotta get out. Look, you gotta move out. Look, it's too packed over here. Look, people need to stay away from this area. People need to move over here. Block this area off. Put gates here. They don't care. It's a safety hazard, man. It's hazardous just walking around. People bumping into you. People bumping into you is an issue in New York. So, you can't say that lightly. You either get pickpocketed or that person want to start some issues with you.
For that reason, London's population density of 11,407 people per square mile is lower than New York City's.
I got you.
NYC, which is also the most densely populated major city in the US, has a population density of 27,000 people per square mile. Though London is bigger and more populous than New York City, more people are living on the streets of New York than you would find on London's streets. This is because more New Yorkers are packed and cramped into a smaller area than Londoners. People. This can be a bit controversial, but that's what has been observed about the people who live in both cities. Londoners, as those living in London are called, are polite, though other people see them as being too reserved or even haughty. They're perceived by foreigners as giggly and judgmental. It remains to be proved whether they see themselves in that light. People living in London are keen on structure and politeness in dressing. However, they can be less formal and can even unbutton their shirts at the pub. You could expect them to give you a long French stare if you're an oddball. One beautiful thing about the people living in London is the preservation of tradition. Tea has remained tea since millenniums, and lawyers still appear in white wigs. On the other hand, New Yorkers, as people living in New York are called, can be erratic, impulsive, but confident. Yet this produces the best result. As a matter of fact, if you don't have a measure of ruggedness or can't cope with furor, the non-stop city of New York is probably not for you. You can be called out for almost anything by New Yorkers. New York is for the determined people. The city, however, is designed and run to allow everyone to get the best. Thus, nothing is depriving anyone of good food, dark humor, and new experiences if you strive. Cleanliness. Both cities have a measure of struggles with dirt. It is understandable and expected of big cities.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. It's not us messing up our own cities like this. It's not the New Yorkers doing this. It's the tourists. You would think the tourists got some common sense and that they would be respectful, but yet again, they are American still. We are all still American in the United States. Come on. We're not dealing with foreigners. That's going to be more nice. You know? They're going to take it into consideration to throw that drink away and not set it up somewhere or on the ground besides them. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? You walking around New York City and you telling me you can't find no trash can? You blind, my brother. You blind, my sister. And you need to go get some glasses. Matter of fact, you need to get some contacts. That's what you need to do. You need to get some contacts instead of walking around the city.
But in this city comparison, we have to give it
You
to
can't
London.
miss them.
Why? This is not because New Yorkers have less cleaning and maintenance culture than Londoners.
Too many people.
The fact is that waste management is challenging in most populous cities, and the higher the population density of a
Right.
city, the more challenging it is to maintain high a standard of cleanliness and orderliness, even in cities with large bodies of water around it. Food. As far as
Ooh,
food
that
is
looked good.
concerned, London is none of a big grab-and-go thing. Well, we mentioned tea earlier. You can't
I mean, nah, New York City is the king of grab and go. But it's real food though. It's not like Mickey D's and Burger King and Wendy's. It's not Chick-fil-A and none of that. No. You getting real food. The 4 best places to get some food from in the city, you got the Caribbean spots. All type of Caribbean food, man. You got so many different types. You got Jamaican food, you got Trinidad food, you got African food, you got Haitian food, you got Indian food. You got so much different type of Caribbean food. Then you got the Hispanic food. Then you got the Chinese food, and then you got the Italian food. What? Let me tell you something. We got options in the city, boy. Ooh, we got options, and it's good food too. Good food, straight up culture. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
take that away from
You know,
London.
I love to see people of
Coffee
that
and
culture
pastry
making
are
food.
surely for
I'm
you to
sorry,
take away
but
in the
that's just me.
morning. But when it comes to lunch and dinner, London wants you to sit in and eat.
Oh.
There are fantastic restaurants in London where you can have favourite meals, which consist of Indian cuisines rich in curry. There is also pub fare with locally raised and farmed foods. Unfortunately, many of the tourists do not know where to go to get the food they desire to eat, even while these foods are readily available and waiting for them somewhere in the city. You can find even your native food there if you can find your way to where it is. A new food scene is the fish and chips pub fare outside of the touristy.
Yeah, we trying
It is
that too.
entirely new and trendy. Check out also Michelin star restaurants in every neighborhood. Now to NYC. In New York City, foodies will thank their stars.
Okay, so this right here, oh my gosh. I promise you guys, you go to New York City, don't go into no restaurant. These little side carts gonna give you the best meal you've ever had. So what you do is you get chicken over rice and they go put that white sauce over it on top. I don't know what it's called. I just call it the white sauce and it's good. I don't ask too many questions. He put it on my food one day and I didn't really like it. I didn't like how it looked, but I tried it and I was like, this is good. Is this sour cream as a matter of fact? It gotta be like sour cream. I think it's like sour cream, honestly. They go ahead and put that over your food and it tastes, oh my gosh. Guys, it tastes amazing and they don't jip you. You're getting a big bowl. You're getting a big bowl. You gotta take it home. It's gonna take about 2 days to finish. Maybe a day if you ain't eat a full meal, but I don't know, man. The Ock put a lot of food. He put a lot of chicken in my bowl last time, and it took me 2 days to finish the meal. You know me, I'm no little body. I'm a big back. I finish my meals. I don't waste food. So to take me 2 days, you know, I was kind of like, whoa. I kind of felt some type of way. I kind of felt defeated. But it is what it is, you know.
This is the headquarters of grab-and-go food.
That
There is
bowl,
just something for
oh.
everyone, from bagels to slices. For instance, the infamous New York slice can't be strange to anyone who has ever moved to New York. There is a giant piece of pizza with the perfect cheese. It's just for a few bucks. If you travel to enjoy dinner in New York, you're in for a delightful sight. There are top restaurants where you can book your order in advance. The fact is that there's something for everyone in every street. A restaurant will be there that serves your need. Is it the one that exclusively makes bao, or one's thriving on Italian fusion? New York City is simply unbeatable. Transportation. We have to tell you that it is difficult to determine which one is better between the two cities when it comes to public transportation.
What you mean?
Taking a taxi in London, for instance, will cost you a nice dinner. And taking a taxi in New York City can be worse than walking the whole journey.
Okay. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You see all these taxis and don't nobody want to get in them. Nobody want to get in them. Once in a lifetime you catch a taxi. No. Once in a lifetime you catch that. People was out here taking Ubers. They taking the bus. They taking the trains. Some people was even taking their own car, man. Don't nobody want to get no taxi. A lot of crazy things be going on in these taxis, and they be getting robbed. They be getting carjacked. Some of these taxi drivers be crazy. They be out their mind. They be local. I'm telling you, man. I don't know, man. Something wrong with them for real. And it's just that city atmosphere. Don't nobody want to take no public transportation in the city, and if you do, you better have some protection. What? Visit New York City. I'm trying to keep y'all safe, man. Visit New York City. Visit the city, man. Have some protection. Have something. Some pepper spray, something. Something for yourself.
London still prides itself in being a pioneer of the underground train service called the Tube. The London Underground remains unmatched to date. In New York City, the subway or metro can be a better way of getting around. It is faster than many other ways of getting around in NYC.
New York City, that's horrible. You don't want to ride the metro either because that's where the most stuff go down. That's where the most stuff go down. Mind you, you can make it around. Let me stop trying to scare y'all because you can move around on the train perfectly fine. No issues. But if you a foreigner and you moving around and you don't know what you doing or where you going, and just be mindful of who you're asking questions when you go around too. Don't just go up to anybody because not everybody in the city is nice. New York City people are rude. It's about, time is money and it's fast paced. People are moving. They don't got time to talk to you. Most people are rude. Most people gonna be rude. Just mind your business and don't touch the railings on the train. Don't touch the railings on the train. Everything in this world done touched that railing. I tell you something. Everything you could think of done touched that railing, man. Don't you
One downside to this and other forms of public transportation in London is that they close early on normal days. Hardly do they work past midnight. But in New York City, public transport is 24/7.
And cash.
Shopping. London is great for early risers, as there are many unique coffee shops and handmade breakfasts to enjoy when you want to explore those famous museums.
Right.
Bear in mind that London is just a stone throw away from the famous shopping centres of the world, such as Paris, Amsterdam and Madrid. You will get many of those top boutique brands when shopping in London.
Ooh,
just anything you are looking for, including even dinosaur fossils, those shops will get them for you. New York City is a city that never sleeps. Everywhere, any time of the day. As mentioned earlier, there are unique restaurants, iced coffee shops and vintage stores in every neighborhood that has its own cultural norms and styles, especially in Williamsburg. If you'd love to shop and have dinner, New York can be a more welcoming place to visit. London wins shopping in this city comparison. Yes, NYC has fantastic shopping, but those shops can't stand what London has to offer.
Can't stand at all. Look. Those shops ain't got nothing on the London shops. What? London got the designer. I gotta come out there and I want to grab me a few pieces. We got designer stores out here. If you go to the King of Prussia Mall in Pennsylvania, we got all the designer stores in there. But this is the experience, getting these designer pieces from London that they probably don't have out here in the U.S. or I probably got to get it online. Nah. Just some designer piece. I don't care too much for designer clothes, guys, but it would be nice. I like to, I like to dress nice. I want my wardrobe to be clean. I want people to walk past me and be like, now that's an elegant man right there. Now that's an elegant young man right there dressing nice. I'll be walking around my pants sag, wearing sweatpants, this and that. Man, I'm trying to dress nice. It's time to spend some money on our appearance. Some more money and make yourself look nice. For real. So what if it's $500 for a shirt? Ooh. Heart just dropped.
Leisure. A good way to illustrate this is the availability of parks. There are more green spaces in London than in New York. All space in this densely populated city has been occupied. In fact, the only park in Manhattan is Central Park. But in London, you have open spaces and parks. Hyde Park and St James's Park are just examples of world-renowned parks. Now, what is your take? London versus New York City. Which one is better? The choice is tough, right? In summary, London is beautiful with the most famous landmarks in the world, while New York City is more exciting and fun-filled.
I already have my idea of New York City. I have a...
Please, we would love to have your opinion of the two cities.
Honestly, look, I gave y'all my opinion of New York City. I gave y'all my opinion. Now, all I need to do is visit London. That's it. All I need to do is visit London, and then I'll get back to y'all. For real. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The love support truly means a lot. To all my new viewers, welcome to the family. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Feel free to share this channel and this video to your friends and family members and tell them we on that road to 10,000. And we gonna hit it fast. We gonna hit it before the summertime. Are we? Nah, we will. That's how much faith I got, because y'all have been showing me so much love and support. I feel like we might surpass that 10K. Ooh. Feel free to spam my comment section with more of these amazing videos to react to, and feel free to spam that suggestion link down below in my description if you guys would like to recommend some more of these amazing videos for me to react to. Once again, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe.